Well, this is Brian again, and I'm actually wondering what the date is. I think it must be the 17th. Shows you what's happening in my head. Actually, I kind of stopped work for the year, and it's interesting. You can get quite sort of emotionally tired, psychologically and emotionally flat. Yeah. So I guess in a way that's probably where I am. One would question the wisdom of trying to say something serious in this state, but I noticed that I have the Guardian Weekly here. Get it right. Amazing paper that comes um, through my letterbox, and subscribe to it. You can, I think, get it online. I'm not sure. I think you might be able to. And of course, the front page is dedicated to the WikiLeaks and the difficulties that it seems to be causing political leadership in different places around the world. It's amazing, really, isn't it? You'd think that we were ready for the open society, in fact, that we would want to embrace it fully. Interesting concept which Sir Karl Popper, dedicated a book to while he was here teaching in New Zealand at the University of Otago during the Second World War. I think it was like his contribution to the war, I guess. He wouldn't have been able to say that back then, I don't think, but there you are. You see, the opposite to an open society, of course, was the authoritarian, totalitarian regimes that the West had gone into battle against. Yeah, so another year has wound itself up, and the financial crisis has been fizzing away, unresolved. I guess really the beginnings of this financial crisis started before the First World War, rolled into the First World War. There was terrible bloodshed and loss of human life. And the underlying causes of that First World War were unresolved and then rolled into the Second World War. And without a doubt, I guess Hitler was a solution to that financial crisis. I don't think people talk about it that much in that light, don't like to analyse it. But in reality, I think that's what happened, was Hitler actually put a plug in the financial leak or avalanche that was taking place. Yeah, so the issues, the financial problems that drove the First and the Second World War continue on to this day, still unresolved. And I guess basically around the propping up of a system that is incredibly unfair and unjust. In fact, the one thing that one should learn in life is that money never sleeps, and it either works for you or against you. And unfortunately, capital was working against a huge number of people in both the First and the Second World War, and the pressures that it caused. It wasn't just actually about capital, but I guess it was. It was also about the problem of scarcity of resources and overpopulation relative to the existing availability of resources. Yeah. And we haven't resolved any of that, and we're back again. And those same pressures now are looking for a way out. The pressure cooker, the pressure cooker that incubated the disasters of two world wars, and I guess also in a way the Cold War, still unbelievably unresolved. It's amazing, isn't it, really? And here we have this incredible technology at our hands, and we can't resolve the whole issue of sharing the benefits, sharing the fruits of our labours, or production from the garden. And so the easier solution for us is that we go and fight to protect the mighty loans and mortgages that have accumulated. And there we are, we're back again to money, never sleeping, either working for us or working against us. Unfortunately, only few seem to have capital working for them, and the majority, it works against them. Well, interested to have your thoughts on the burning issues of this type, and perhaps you could communicate some of them and give us ideas. The garden seems to be doing quite well at the moment. Those of you who know me of old will know that I'm interested in self-reliance and the ability of sustainable living, actually, really. Obviously, I have a considerable number of inconsistencies in my thinking and philosophy, but then again, you show me a human being that doesn't actually have inconsistencies. That's another issue again. Well, anyway, shall we call it quits for now? And also, I noticed actually Google has actually increased the amount of broadcast space that one can have. So YouTube has, should I say. I think YouTube's owned by Google. Yeah, anyway, YouTube has increased it. And that's wonderful, because when I first started doing these little amateur broadcasts on YouTube, you could get a few minutes. So the whole scope, has widened out, and your ability to do really interesting things. So let's hope that we can actually take advantage of that now. Okay, well, we'll see you next time.